January is National Hot Tea Month, and a cup certainly would be welcome this morning. Shabnam Weber is with the Tea and Herbal Association. She joins us now to talk about it. I've already had like 3 mugs this morning, but I get an early start. Good
I
morning.
would expect nothing less. Good morning. Happy New Year. How are you?
Happy New Year to you as well.
Well, as you've already said, we are celebrating National Hot Tea Month, which, as you already know, for me, is really every single month. But I think January is a really, really great time of year to really stop and pay attention to this amazing beverage. And one of the things that we're celebrating, not just in January, but all of 2021 at the Tea and Herbal Association, is tea for life. We talk a lot about how tea is good for our physical health, how it's good for hydration and antioxidants and cardiovascular, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we don't spend a lot of time talking about tea being good for every single part of your life emotionally. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a piece that, especially this year.
Yeah, for me, it's such a comforting thing. Like if I'm feeling down, exactly. I'll make myself a mug of tea.
Yeah. And the beauty of it is that I'm pretty sure that you probably drink different types of teas in different ways at different times of the day, right? So, this is my world of tea. And I have everything from my very, very first Japanese handmade cast iron that I was gifted 30 years ago to this beautiful Chinese little set that I was gifted in China, these antique, really traditional British cups and saucers. I do fruit teas in the summer. Sometimes I like to whisk up some matcha. And sometimes it's just about a good cup of nice, strong black tea. So, depending on the time of day, the season, how I feel, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about tea for life. One of the things that we're doing at the association this year, which we also did last year, was to give away tea for an entire year. So this is a pretty big contest for anybody who does enter it. And all we're asking you to do is go to our social media and type in why you believe that tea is for life. What about tea is your life? And we'll draw at the end of the month, and 3 lucky winners will receive packages for the entire year. But I'm going to tell you, Annette, that all of this loveliness and all of these different varieties, et cetera, at the end of the day, what gives me personally the greatest comfort is a mug. Yeah. And this mug was gifted to me by my sister. So I have all these fancy, lovely, beautiful, some expensive, pots and cups. But what gives me the greatest joy is to sit with a mug that my sister gifted me with a strong cup of black tea and a little bit of milk into it. And that to me is the greatest comfort.
Right. And sometimes the act of just like, if it's cold outside, just wrapping your hands like you're doing right now, right? It's warming your heart, exactly. Warming your hands. It's warming your heart as well in many ways. Like it's the aroma, it's thinking about, sharing a mug of tea with my mom kind of thing.
And you know what? I think that's the piece that people don't fully consciously connect with, that we actually have an emotional connection to tea, whether you realize it or not. Mm-hmm. I promise you it's there. And it's exactly what you just said. It's that cup of tea with your mother, with your grandmother, with your aunt, with your sister, whoever it is. You're tapping into something that is in your heart. And just that wrapping of the hands, just the holding of the mug. I love coffee, I really do, but coffee just doesn't do this for me.
Yeah, I like a cup of coffee too, but yeah, you're right. It's the tea, it's the comforting thing. So yeah, exactly. Tea has had its year, right? It's definitely, the stage is set for it.
It certainly has. I think that 2020 and we're certainly experiencing it into 21 as well, has really just shown us that it's important to stop, like really stop. That's what 2020 has taught us, is to stop and just take a moment. And making a cup of tea does that. And I think that that's why January Hot Tea Month is really, really well placed. I don't believe in a new year, new you. I'm just not a big believer in that. I like me. I don't want a new me.
Yeah.
I want a better me.
Right. And you want to be comfortable.
That's exactly what it's about.
Shabnam, we've run out of time, but happy New Year to you. Wishing you all the comfort and joy of 2021.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you.
And two for tea, me for you, and you for me.